And we are live. Hey, everybody. I am Haley Gray, and I'm excited to be here tonight. I have a few guests, and we're going to be talking about creating your happiness. And I want to really welcome you guys. If you're on the live, give us a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, give us a hashtag replay and let us know that you are out there. Give us some love. Give our speakers some love. They would appreciate your support and your comments and, engagement. So welcome. I'm going to let Myrtha introduce all of our guests tonight. This is Myrtha Dubois, a longtime friend of mine and amazing powerhouse of a speaker who is going to be introducing everybody. So welcome, Myrtha, Jay, Dr. Marilyn Rousseau, and Dr. Marlena. So happy to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having us. And yes, a very long time friend. And guess where we met? Right here in Facebook. And I'm super excited to be connected to Miss Haley Gray. Hello, Meg. I see you out there. I appreciate you jumping in. I'm going to go ahead and share my sisters and my brother with me as well. So let's start with Dr. Marlena is a mindset development expert. Say hi, Dr. Marlena.
Hello.
She empowers individuals with the strategies needed to rediscover their lost identities, redefine their lives, and reinvent their self-confidence. We have Dr. Marilyn, who is a woman empowerment coach. Hello, Dr. Marilyn.
Oh, hello.
She is a speaker, consultant, and entrepreneur with 12 years of business experience over the 30 years as an information technology leader. And then, of course, we have Mr. Jay Johnson, who is a global business consultant. Hello, Mr. Jay Johnson.
Hello.
He is an international best-selling author, international speaker. He's a speaker coach, and he's an entrepreneur trainer. And there you have it. This group right here, this team right here makes up the Creating Your Happiness event that's about to take place in a couple of weeks. Actually less. If I count days, it'll be a whole lot less. And we are super excited to be here on this show, Haley, to share with your audience what we have in store for them.
That is so cool. I can't wait to hear a little bit about what it is exactly that you're doing. And Beth is commenting over on my wall that she can't wait to hear this Facebook Live. It is right up her alley. So we're excited. So tell me what this event is and what y'all are doing and how you're doing it and all those things.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and let Mr. Jay Johnson share a little bit, and then we'll kind of like go round table. Round, is it the round table that they call it? Round robin?
Well,
Mr. Jay Johnson, please.
Thank you so much, Miss Myrtha. And Haley, it's such an honor to be on your show. This is my very first time to be on not only on your show, but on this platform as well. But the event I'm very excited about because it's actually dedicated for women. It's actually, I understand that most women have a tendency to actually wear a lot of hats. I mean, Haley, and you and I was just talking a second ago, and you're saying, well, hey, you have this thing going on, you have that thing going on. There's so many things that you're doing, and you could barely get a chance to sleep. Sometimes, ladies, you're out there to a point where you don't have you time, or as the women say nowadays, me time. I need some me time, right? So for some reason, you're playing the back seat to everything else that's in your life. But this particular event is destined and designed to help you create your happiness, and the happiness starting from internal. So it's not necessarily from the outside, but it's from internal. But you're going to get a lot of support, a lot of great nuggets from these very powerful women, and I am so elated and blessed to actually be around them to a point where they've touched and affected my life as well to make me a better person, not just a better leader, but a better man, a better person itself. But you know what? When you come to this event, it's going to be packed with a lot of very, very, very valuable information that's going to allow you to actually take your mindset to a completely different level, to where you can get the best out of yourself and really start to impact other people as well. I have a mentor that says that my job is to impact leaders, to impact the world. So we want to make sure that you are in that same realm where you are not only just being impacted, but you're actually impacting the world. So, ladies.
Wow, love it.
Absolutely. And I would just like to jump in, first of all, and say thank you to Haley for having us. It is such a pleasure to be here on the show with a group of top-notch coaches. And Jay, you absolutely right. I usually, one of the things that really, has become so near and dear to my heart is the fact that, as women, we tend to put ourselves last. We give to everybody. We give to our families, our children, our partner, at work. And at the end of the day, our cup is empty. And so because we have that tendency of giving and always giving, we deny ourselves of our needs. And so we fail to live the life that we really desire because we just running out of energy day in and day out. So this event is really about us stepping into our power and claiming our power back and deciding that we too matter. Yes, our children, our families are important, but we're important as well. And it's important that we take care of ourselves, that we fulfill our needs and desires so that we can be better positioned to support the other people in our lives that we care about, that we love. It's about really learning to live a life to who we are, a life of purpose and passion. And that's what we're going to do this weekend is really, go back. Are we? What is our identity? What are we here for? And really redesigning our lives to be in alignment with that true inner self. So I'm super excited, and it's just going to be a life-changing experience. It's going to be epic, and I'm really encouraging everyone to take advantage of it. It's going to be an event like never before.
Absolutely, absolutely. It sure is. We are the miracle you've been praying for. So what I mean by that, I'm a true walking miracle. Unfortunately, I spent 30 plus years in corporate and wound up on the actual operating table, coding and having to be resuscitated back into life. And with that message and that power of waking up to, wow, I lost everything in those moments. My children lost their mom and my husband lost his wife. The corporate director didn't exist anymore. And so, I'm just starting to get chills because I'm telling you, it's epic. So when I say the miracle you've been praying for, we're here so you don't have to go through those things. This is what this event is about. Like Dr. Marilyn said, we wear all these hats. I think Jay said we wear all the hats, and Marilyn says we end up depleted and out of energy. Well, we've come to blow that energy back in, sort of like how the life was blown back into me to find my purpose and start with my spirit. Because I realize, and here's a spoiler alert, we already have everything. We just need to have that right individual cross our lives and say, here it is, for you to start peeling that onion, sort of peeling, the skin back on the onion and just go from there on building and creating your happiness. And we're role models for that because we've been through the fire and we've been refined so we can guide you through that experience without having to get burnt like ice.
Yeah, really good. And Haley, you and I met when I was presenting on a platform talking about how we have to become more aware of where we are so that we can go to the next level of our lives. And I talked about breathing, right? That's one of the main things. Especially in 2020, we've all had moments where we were just running and we weren't able to cope with life as it was coming at us extra fast. So in addition to our personal issues, we had things as, the pandemic, and we had the unemployment, we had businesses going out of business. And that's a lot to take in. And for me, I started my 2020 in 2019 with my son getting shot, rolling into 2020 and my mom transitioning. So it was a spiral of things just happening. And if you don't have the correct training, you and I both know that, Haley, and sisters and Mr. J, if you don't have the right tools, it's so easy for you to crumble. It's so easy for you to get knocked down and think, you know what, I can't get back up. because you just don't have what it takes. Yes, Dr. Marlena gave us a spoiling alert. She says it's all within us, but what if you don't know how to use it? I mean, I have a hammer, you know, in my garage there, in my little room. I call it my garage because I have everything in there. And if I don't know how to use a hammer specifically, I mean, there are two sides to it. What do I do with it? You have to understand the tools that you have. You have to be able to develop the tools that you have. And then you have to be able to actually take action with the tools that you have. So we all have, you know, mentors and books, and we have, you know, these trainings. But if you don't participate, actively participate in your life, in your journey, then guess what happens? You can't move too far ahead. And so creating your happiness is actually created by the Sisterpreneurs Networking Society. And basically what we are is we are a community, and you need support aside from understanding what your tools are, what the systems are. And, you know, Haley has this group that she talked about. You know, she gives you the assignment, but people, they walk away. They don't know what to do with it unless they come back to get that training, that extra training. And so this is the same thing we're offering here. We're offering you a year long, actually. No one has ever done this before. You get to be trained year long. You go, you work on yourself, you come back and you say, oh, wait a minute, I need a little bit more. And guess what happens, honey? We give you a little bit more. Then you take it away and you go and you work on it. Then you come back the third quarter and we're like, oh, guess what? We got a little bit more for you. And by the end of the year, by the end of 365 days, you would have had so much that you've done within that time that you've had enough time to practice. You've had enough time to discover. You've had enough time to develop. And now you are ready to do you. I mean, really, really do you.
Absolutely. I love what you said, what Myrtha said about the tool, about her hammer. So we're going to we're going to actually give you a tool belt. We're going to give you the right tools in your tool belt, because what good is Myrtha having a hammer if it's in her garage or her shed? So she needs to take that tool and put in her tool belt. And as you journey with us throughout the year, there are tools you're going to take out of your tool belt, and you're going, because they're no longer serving you, and you're going to put them into your tool chest, and you will know the time to go back and get it and, you know, utilize it. But that's the beauty of being with us for the whole year. You're going to have the right tool at the right time, and then know when to go and get another one. Because if I'm hanging a picture, I'm going to need a hammer and a leveler. I don't need to carry maybe those in my tool belt the whole time, but I need to have it as a resource and know where to go and get it when I do.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And I also want to jump in and emphasize the importance of also having a community that believes in you, that supports and uplifts you. So we're not just going to, you know, show you certain strategies and tools and systems, but we're going to hold your hands if we need to get you to walk this journey of designing and living the life that you want. So this is an undertaking that we're all a part of it together as a community, and we want you to be successful, and we're going to just be there to hold your hand and support you through your journey to success. So this, you know, this is really important, because I think many of us women, if there's one thing that we wish we had more of, you know, in our lifetime is community, you know, being surrounded by like-minded people who want the same things that we want, who want to achieve success, who want to reach their greatest potential. Well, that's what you're going to get, because, you know, you've got a group of experts, Dr. Marlena, Myrtha, Jay, and we're going to be surrounded by other amazing business owners and professionals who all want to reach their greatest potential. So you'll be in the right place, surrounded by the right people with the right energy to help you create the life that you want.
Awesome, awesome. And you know what? I want to talk to some of the supporting men, and because I think it's very, very important for you all to really, really align yourselves to the movement that's taking place. Understand there is a movement. Well, I truly believe that there's a transformation of wealth taking place. There's a transformation of information taking place, and yes, there's a transformation of power taking place. As you see that we as the men, we messed everything up. So what we must do is really, really empower these women to do what they do best. And what they do, they love, they honor, they nurture. And you know what? They also lead. So I want to really, really encourage, if you're a man out there and you are watching this right now, don't sit in the shadows. Definitely step up and support the women. And if you know someone that's getting ready, that they really want to come to this event, share with them this information and encourage them to get this information as well. Why? Because it's not going to do anything but empower them to empower the world. And we need you to step up to make sure that happens as well.
Great point. Great point.
Haley, did you have any questions for us?
I was going to say, happiness is not gender specific.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we spell happiness with a Y. It's creating your happiness, a happiness with a Y. And the Y, not I, the Y is Y-O-U. So creating your happiness.
Right. Yeah. I love it.
Thank you for putting that out there, Haley.
Yeah.
So tell us exactly what's going to be included in this program.
So we have definitely I don't want to spoil too much, but it's one of those where you walk in thinking that you are one way, with all your whatever's in your head, and we're gonna basically remove whatever you thought or whoever you thought you were and kind of reintroduce you. So there will be more of, I want to say, makeup. So there'll be a makeup session there, right? There'll also be it's actually a workshop. So there's going to be work that needs to be done to help you identify who you are, what you want, why you want it, share some of your values that maybe you've never thought of, or just haven't gotten a chance to understand what they are, because it was just never important. But in the room that we have waiting for you, you are important, in everything that you want and need and desire becomes important. So we have some tools. There will be some tools that we'll use. Haley, are you laughing at me?
Nope, not at all.
We have some tools that we are going to definitely use to help you rediscover, maybe even shift your mindset. Ladies, am I missing anything? Jay, am I missing anything?
You're missing the fun. It's
yes,
and it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Yes. Yeah, I think, I'd love to add that the great takeaway from this workshop is that by the end of day 3, you're going to walk away with clarity in who you are and who you want to be. And then you will also walk away with a roadmap on how you're going to get from where you are today to where you want to be in your life. And this is just life-changing, because I think many times, the reason we're not able to hit our goals or perhaps manifest our dreams is because we lack clarity. We're not really sure, first of all, who we really are, what we want, our likes, our dislikes, let alone what our goals are. And that's really something we're going to hone in this weekend, is just focusing on you and validating who you are and valuing who you are, so that you can unleash the gifts that you've been given at birth. So I think this is going to be life-changing. I mean, I get chills just thinking about it. And yes, like Dr. Marlena says, we're going to have a great time. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to have fun. And at the end of this workshop, we're going to walk away being already and embodying the best version of ourselves, because that's really what it is. It's about elevating who we are so that we can reach our North Star. So I think it is just going to be an epic workshop. I'm excited, and I'm excited for whomever it is wants to join us. I mean,
That's
get on
right.
the bandwagon and go on and get your seat now.
That's
Be
true. I
left,
do want to add
don't be left
one other
behind.
thing, ooh, Marilyn. I do want to add one thing that I that kind of sticks out to me, because everyone's offering a training, everyone's offering a workshop, everyone's offering basically clarity and become aware. But here's the difference with creating your happiness. Creating your happiness, you have 3 sisters who experienced what being confused really meant to us. And we've developed a plan individually. But when we come together collectively, that plan is like a map, because it has worked on each and every one of us. And the other part to that is, because I know, again, there's lots of programs out there. The other part to that is that support that you receive, that support team. You don't just get a guide or map or a blueprint, if you will, and say, okay, go ahead and do it on your own. We get to walk side by side with you.
Yes.
Until you actually get it. Remember, it's a year-long journey. It's not a weekend. It doesn't happen, just one week, or there's not like a boot camp for 7 days or so, and then you're off on your own. This is a year-long journey, because it's going to take that long for you you got to accept who you are. Because remember, there's so many people telling you who you are. Now you're walking into the room and saying, wait a minute, I thought this was me, but let me work on this. So you get a year-long journey, and you got to trust in you, and you got to trust the process. Not your process, but the process. And we'll help you do that. And that's very important to say, because we have a lot of information around us, and we really need to focus on what we want. And the only way to do that is to have individuals around you that's going to take you step by step. You cannot do it alone. I repeat, you cannot do it alone.
Do you have a private Facebook group for your sisterhood?
I do. It's actually Sisterpreneurs Networking Society.
There you go. Sisterpreneurs Networking Society.
Yes.
Cool.
You definitely want to experience your mental breakthrough. There's some things that is going to happen at this event that only will happen at this event, especially when you're there, because there's a 90-day roadmap that can actually help you create that level of happiness, or elevate the level of happiness that you have right now as well. And you know what? There's another thing that they're doing. This is like 360 degrees of harmony. Can you imagine 360 degrees of harmony, where you're actually in tune with one another, knowing exactly, actually, shall I say, tuning your station, your mental, your emotional station in with some very, very powerful people that's here to actually help lift you up to another level as well. So that's definitely going to be there, where you're going to eliminate a lot of your limiting beliefs and things of that nature as well. So you definitely want to get there. And I'm strongly in support of each and every one of you elevating who you are, so you can actually, again, like I say, give more value to the world.
Earlier Myrtha was talking about how 2020 is one of those wow moments for all of us. But I can almost guarantee you, even during those wow moments, if you were asked, how are you doing? You would say fine. Someone would say fine and okay, when you're anything but fine and okay. So we're going to help you release the mask, or choose your mask more wisely and more authentically as well as you're going through life. We find some of the choices we make aren't really congruent to who we are, but we think we have to make them based on, again, either something from our past or something that's going on with us at the time, and it's anything but the truth. And so we're going to help you not only, you know, Jay just said mentally, but a mind, the body, and the spirit. We're going to give you the whole approach to happiness.
Which leads to the financial, right?
Which leads to the body.
So the whole body. Yes.
Yeah.
Mental breakthrough. You get harmony, because people talk about balance. There's no such thing. We know that, right? We're grown up now. When we were younger, we believed in balance. Well, now that we're grown, we believe in harmony, because it has to really feel at peace. You have to feel at peace with yourself. We're going to deliver personal transformation to each individual. You get to transform. Absolutely. Right? And then you'll understand why you need to transform. What is your why? Absolutely. Mental breakthrough is huge.
Absolutely.
Because it starts with the mind.
The tools and the principles apply across. However, it's an individual journey that you will be on. And when you sit and you get in, and like I said, spoiler alert, we come equipped with everything. And the beauty of it with this program, with this, I like to call it this ministry, because we're going to speak to you on how to pull out what's best for you and go on your journey in life. And it's so beautiful when you find that you can grant yourself favor and grace to be you. In a world that says be this way, you can say, no, I'm going this way. And just when you find your purpose, all I can say, you find your peace, and it's nothing like it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, Haley.
For having us.
Thank you so much.
Creating your happiness.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, choose happiness first. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
See you soon, everyone. We're holding a seat for you. Go to Eventbrite and register and to claim your spot. Do it tonight. Don't wait. Do it tonight. You know you need it. Treat yourself.